I'm going to start this video off the way every good video should be started off. With a beer. Right, today I'll be showing you how to propagate these gum trees. Now, the reason I'm propagating these ones in particular is these are bluegums. Now, the good thing about bluegums is koalas eat them. It's one of their main staples. They also will grow almost anywhere up the coast of Australia. So these will grow as far north as New Guinea and as far south as about southeast Victoria. They're not that hard to propagate either. They don't need cold activation like some gum trees do, and they don't need fire activation like some gum trees do. These will grow better if you fire activate them, but starting a fire now, that's pretty much the most dumb shit thing you can do. I am in southeast Queensland where we're fairly lucky. I haven't had too many fires around me. Not like New South Wales. So I'm going to show you how to do this. First, I got my seedling trays. I got my coconut core, and this is just some leaf litter and a little bit of dirt that I picked up off the floor underneath the trees. So what we're going to do is we're going to get, so these are bluegums, and we're going to get these little pods here. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but they haven't actually cracked yet, which means all the seeds are inside. If you take a look at this one, I don't know if you can see that. I might edit that out. Now, it's actually not that difficult because you get the pods, and these ones are picked just right. They're just starting to die off, but the actual seed pods haven't opened yet because the seeds themselves are tiny little spores that get dispersed on the wind. We don't want that, so we want the unopened pods that aren't too young, and these are perfect. So we'll just put a little bit of coconut in our seed. Oh, how it went into my mouth. That tastes pretty bad. Alright, so I've had to fill these seedling trays off camera because the wind blew it everywhere and it was just awful. So I'll just wet these down real quick. Little bit of water, and then what we'll do is we'll take one pod and we'll throw it in there. Now, you're supposed to use a different soil to this to the coconut that I'm using. However, I tend to water my seedlings a little bit too much. I don't regret it. These are my babies. So I'll put one pod in each seedling raiser. Now it takes about 4 to 6 weeks for the seedlings to shoot up. And you have to take a lot of care, especially when you're starting them off in pots this small. Because if the roots hit the side, it'll stunt the growth for quite a while. Now, gum trees are very resilient, but you don't want to put any undue stress on the plants. So we'll just keep putting these pods in. All right, we have 16 pods. I'm just going to cover it with a little bit of dirt from the leaf litter. All right, and this is just a lot more what the trees would be used to, and that's why we're planting it in this. All right, and so we'll wet that down. Oh, I saw a pod try to escape there. All right, there we go. That's pretty wet. So there we go. Now, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a follow-up video in 4 to 6 weeks when they actually sprout. It may take a little bit longer because these are green. I didn't pick them up off the ground, I climbed a tree. So it may actually take a little bit longer. But I am confident that they will sprout. Now, one thing that we do have to do is, due to the fires down south, we need to rebuild a lot of the forests. So what I'm going to do is anybody who is in New South Wales, Northern Victoria, anybody that's been really affected by the bushfires, they've lost trees, koala habitats have been destroyed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an email up. You can email me, send me your address or a post box or something, and I will actually send you bluegum seeds. I won't be able to send you the seedlings because I can't send soil, but I will actually send you the seed pods, and now you know how to plant them. Just after they get about this tall, they'll get 2 leaves on them. After they get their 2 leaves, that's when you plant them out. Rightio guys, that's the end of the video. If you could throw down a like or a subscribe. Very early days for the YouTube channel. This is actually the first proper video I'm doing, but it's something I'd like to do a lot more in the future, and I'm going to do it whether you like and subscribe or not. So a little bit of support would be appreciated, fellas. You have a good one.